Books. To love books. It's not my best opening, but cut me some slack. Look how much effort we put into making the book hall space festive. Can you feel the holiday spirit? Hey everybody, my name is Michael from Team Epic Reads, and you are watching the December Epic Reads book haul. It is the end of the year, and also, someone pointed out to me recently, the end of the decade. And that gives me an existential crisis every time I think about it. So we're not gonna talk about that right now, but it's been a fun 12 months of books, and I have a whole host of books to talk about again today. And if you've been watching these before, you know that I start out by talking about the Year of Epic Reads monthly reading challenge, and we are at the last Year of Epic Reads month. So it's been a good time reading with you all. And the theme for this final month is read a fantastic finale. And for that, I am including Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I have to say, I already read this, and I have to say it is my favorite in the series, so I think it definitely fits with the fantastic finale. Jude and Carden are both such complex characters. Neither of them are the good guy, neither of them are the bad guy, and it's just a really magical fantasy, political book world. Thank you, Holly Black. Let's all say thank you, Holly Black. And so now I'm gonna talk about some of the books we have coming out in the month of December. The first of which didn't actually come out in the month of December, because I'm a liar. It came out at the end of November, so it still came out very recently, and that is The Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky by Mackenzie Lee. This is a novella in hardcover book format that has a lot of cute art pieces in it. Voila, just like this. And it tells a story following Monty and Percy after the crazy events of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and how they've been through all of this stressful, intense, and hilarious hijinks, and yet still are finding trouble and having anxiety and just like in the smaller things and the bigger things in their relationship. And so it's a very cute book and continuation of the series. And then next up we have Dangerous Alliance by Jenny Ek Cohen, and this is a Jane Austen-inspired romance about a girl whose sister marries off and is supposed to secure the state of their family, but in the words of the novel, her husband's a cad. And so she has to find someone to marry to prevent herself and her family from being left destitute. And she arms herself with the works of Jane Austen to figure out who she should end up with. And there's a love triangle, but also mysterious accidents that are happening that she finds herself seeing that Jane Austen's works aren't quite answering all of her questions as she tries to find the right path for herself and her family. And it's a really cute, fun story. Okay, and then I also want to talk about a book we got from another publisher this month / the end of last month, and that is The Toll by Neal Shusterman. And oh boy, is she a brick. This book is giant. It is the conclusion to the Arc of Aside series, and Neal Shusterman's writing is always so fantastic. I love everything that he writes, that I've read at least. I haven't read all of his works. And it's a, technically, I guess, utopian society where there's no longer disease or illness or any of that because it's all been cured. And so in order to control the population, scythes are chosen and appointed in society to keep it in a livable amount. And it gets morally gray and epic and dangerous, and it's a really fantastic series that has just ended in the thickest way. So that was a really short book haul, and I thought, I have time, what else can I talk about to the reader people? And I thought maybe I'd talk about some of my favorite books of 2019, and I've read and loved a lot of books in the year, and I just looked around and saw some books that I'd enjoyed that were around me, and so these are some of my favorite books that I've read all year. Ding. That's the theme song to Michael's favorite books of 2019. Okay, so let's start up with This Is Kind of an Epic Love Story by Kaysen Callender, and this is kind of an epic love story. It's a book about a boy who does not believe in happily ever afters ever since his dad died. His mom never really recovered from it, and his ex-girlfriend, but now good friend, wants to change his mind, and then his friend from when he was younger returns to town and is looking like a snack to him, and he thinks, whoa, maybe there is something for me to pursue here. Maybe I will have an happily ever after. So, such a cute, heartfelt story. And then we have The Vanishing Star by Maureen Johnson. And this is the second book in the Truly Devious series. I loved Truly Devious. I love The Vanishing Star. And I also love The Hand on the Wall. I read that early. Shh. And it's a really, really mysterious, atmospheric boarding school murder mystery starring one fantastic detective, Stevie Bell, and this is the second in the series, and the third book comes out in January, and it's called The Hand on the Wall. And if you have not read the series, catch up on it, because it'll make you a better crime solver, if anything else. And then I also have 13 Doorways, Wolves Behind Them All by Laura Ruby, and this is, as you can tell, a National Book Award finalist, and it's this just stunning, ambitious historical fiction novel told from the perspective of both a girl struggling to survive in World War II era Chicago and a ghost, and how their stories intertwine. And it's just so descriptive and rich and fascinating, and I love the story so much, and seeing Frankie's story and seeing how the stories came together, highly recommend. And then we have, seeing this book, just my heart. Five Dark Fates, the final in the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendara Blake. Boy, did this deliver an epic conclusion. It was dangerous and deadly and full of romance and action and political backstabbing, treason, all of the things, and magic, all of the things. And we finally find out how the tale of the three sisters who are born to be queen, but only one can reign, ends. And if you have not read the series, it is finished now. It is the time to pick it up. And then finally, if you've been watching any of these videos, you probably see this coming, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I loved this book so much. It's a 17th century enemies to lovers romance between a witch and a witch hunter, and it was, the enemies to lovers romance was absolutely fantastic, like chef's kiss, so well done. Everything was chef's kiss, so well done in here. I'm getting myself hungry, I'm really sorry. Whether it were how well realized the characters were, or the character relationships and the plot, oh my god, like the things that these characters go through. There was one point where I thought this book was gonna end after a really tense moment between Lou and Reed, and then Shelby was like, psych, it's not over yet, there's more to come, and more did happen, and fantastic romance, great action. There's the war between the witches and the church. It was just, thank you. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did watch the other 11 videos I put out this year, book hauls, thank you as well. I don't know why I tipped an imaginary hat just now, but I hope you guys all have a happy holiday season, and I will see you next year. Enjoy your reading, read these books, because you're gonna have, hopefully, reading time over the holidays.